Alright, I've started recording.
You can always invite your friend Wilches to the next one.
If he still wants to talk to me after.
Make marble kids.
Yeah, first match of playoffs here.
Yes. This should be... I personally think this was one of the better ones when I was going through my, when I was, like, going through the matchups that were on hand.
Did you say this was a 4-2 or a 4-1?
I had this at either 4-1 or 4-2. Do think it, has a lot to do with, how well DK holds up, because I suspect Eguy will probably take this one.
Set. Go.
Start us out early with some tone setting here for Eguy.
Both of them stumbling quite a bit off the bat, so maybe some early nerves are not being warmed up. This was a map that I actually just played with DK in the warm-up, obviously with the draft format now. You can't really plan for picks or anything like that, but you're just playing some more technical stuff to try and get in the groove. I'm sure not doing well in the first spawn is not going to help his case. Nice blast there to get up by DK.
Eguy gets a bad spawn as well, so...
That's actually going to be DK turning around, taking the lead.
And a blue.
Blue right below. DK has a Mega Marble.
Eguy's got the...
Eguy's going to be there first, but DK will make up a lot.
Interesting use of the gyrocopter there to get back over to the spawn.
I like it.
Yes, it was a very nice usage. And then DK's got a 2-point lead after the first minute or so. Very nicely done so far for him. Although
Eguy gets the yellow uncontested. DK will stick around to get the rest of the spawn though, so it's a 1-point lead now. Has a super speed. Eguy has everything he could want. Fortunately for DK, the spawn is going to be quite close.
Yes. Oh, the Mega Marble runs out right before he could land the hit. So
another blue here. It's going to be in the lower part on the opposite side. Eguy on his way down.
Oh, DK can't land the snipe. He hit the pillar on the bottom, and that's going to be devastating.
That's going to be a sequence of bad spawns for DK, and that's going to give a big advantage now to Eguy. 12-point lead.
I do kind of find that pre-pop gyro strategy interesting, although it is going to actually very nicely recover there. I was going to say, it's going to kind of lose out the entire spawn there just because of bad spawn prep. Eguy
should have this.
Ooh, DK overshoots.
That was a really tight line to try and make.
Yeah, very easy to mess up, and this lead is suddenly nearly double.
Yeah, DK getting a lot of airtime on this gyro. He's just kind of fumbled a lot of these spawns. He's put himself in some spots that are very technically challenging. I think Eguy's been very fortunate with where the spawns have been the last couple times, and DK's kind of had to overreach to try and equalize, and it's been looking ugly as a result on the couple last minute, I would say.
I did like that from Eguy though, able to like shoot outwards to the rug ramp and land on it to kill all his momentum.
It's fun for DK, not really sure what happened to Eguy there. DK's gonna need a lot more of that though. Uses the ramp to launch with a super speed. That is gonna send him out of bounds though.
Doesn't get a great respawn. Eguy's got the Mega Marble. DK gonna force the next spawn, and it's not.
He does make it. Oh, Eguy way overshoots with that Mega Marble. Good spawn for DK now. Lead back within 20.
This is
will Eguy bite on the yellow?
Map. Yeah.
He will bite on the yellow.
It's gonna pay off there.
DK actually with the better line, but Eguy with a nice blast, but he can't recover, so DK wins that spawn too. Picks up the double red. Blue? No blue, but it is behind him.
And another gyrocopter used for DK on a map that's primarily a super speed meta, and we do see Eguy go flying here.
15 points is the lead. Good spawn for DK. He has Ultra Blast, I believe. Tries to use it, but Eguy is just a little bit too far out of range. He is going to get that one back up, though. Lead's still at 15 after that spawn.
Another spawn.
We know DK has Blast again. They're going to split it pretty evenly. Hard to really win that one. We're going to the other side here. Both players get here around the same time. DK's spot is a little bit more favorable, but they share the yellow. And now lead under 10, surprisingly. DK holding on to the super speed now. Eguy gonna blast him up, and Eguy maybe making a little bit of technical fumbles here. We'll get a nice blast on DK, but again, it's over only 1 point. DK going to pick this up. And it's starting to become difficult to tell where the spawns are coming for these players. There's so much scattered stuff left over. DK gonna pick up an expired yellow. The lead is now 2.
Yeah, gonna
Looking like
take
anyone's
one of
game.
these, maybe. No, he's gonna leave them. Spawn's
DK
gonna be
has a decent line here.
Very nice.
Just for the yellow over the ramp. He falls through the hole. He respawns next to the yellow, though. There's not too much time here. DK gonna pick up the last red. There's a blue across the alley. He's flying for the blue. He secures it. If he gets anything else, he's won this game. He's gonna get both yellows in addition to the red. That's gonna be it. Wow, DK takes game 1.
After being down nearly 30 points as well. Very nicely done by him to stay calm and stay in the game.
Fantastic game. It looked like these guys were so nervous to kick us off here. They started to ease into it a little bit as the game went on. But just very nicely done by DK to come back there. Very well done, as he would say.
Yeah. Yeah, very well done. I mean, that's just, I mean, look at that chart. Eguy was up 31 points at one point, at multiple points actually, and it just completely fell apart.
Almost felt like Eguy kind of let his foot off the gas, seeing how big the lead was, getting a little bit too comfortable with it. Just started trying to blast. It felt like he was trying to keep DK down rather than going for the points himself, and that led to some lapses where he was focused too much on the blasts and stumbled himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I did kind of get the same vibe from that, where he was more just focused on keeping DK away from spawns as opposed to getting to the spawns himself. I do wonder how much of that is intentional strategy versus just nerves and not being in great positions and just trying to make up for that with melee play, which is something I definitely have caught myself doing in the past, where if I'm not feeling great, I'll just kind of go for melee plays to avoid having to worry about queen traversals. But definitely
Have to think we're playing Marble City here.
have to think so, yeah.
I wouldn't say Eguy is the best Outlook player, but he's definitely probably better than DK.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. We're at Marble City here. Are we in Hillsborough then?
Yeah, we're in Hillsborough.
Okay. Interesting as well. I mean, I don't know what DK's ping is to Hillsborough, but I would have thought he is a Hillsborough player.
It's about equal from where he is in
Okay.
Minnesota.
So yeah, that's ping advantage, I guess, on Ashburn for him then compared to Eguy.
Yeah, just making sure that Eguy has to play at disadvantage half the series.
Yeah. Certainly an interesting pick as well in Marble City. Let's see who pinged me. Oh.
It's just high ping.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably maybe just game 3-1-1. MBO's tweaking. Can we do a quick? Okay.
Ready.
I'm not sure what we're testing.
Well, Eguy was talking about frame rate loss during the Narrows game, so. It's possible that he's wanting to just check and make sure that.
You got owned.
Just want to make sure that it's playable before it's acceptable. He says.
It's acceptable. Okay. Oh. Gonna load another map for to work properly on HuntBot.
Yeah, I don't think
Eguy usually doesn't have these sorts of frame rate issues that are pervasive throughout an entire sequence of games, so...
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely notice him saying, "Hey, I have my computer's tweaking or whatever," but that's I'm not 100% sure. Lower, yeah, I'd say lower FPS. Lower. What do you mean where?
In the settings.
Yeah, frame rate, tick rate. He's struggles of a Mac user, I suppose.
Fast mode does have drawbacks though, because I believe it takes away the nameplates that are over each player. So that can make them more difficult to see from a distance.
Yeah, I haven't played with fast mode since Citadel got removed. So I do not 100% know if that's actually a thing, but I do know it causes the radar to lag a bit sometimes too.
Here we go. Game 2 on Marble City.
Set.
Kind of an extended break
Go.
since the first game compared to what we've seen most
Yeah,
series.
we'll see. Eguy gonna take both blasts here, but DK gets a good spawn.
Yeah, that's fortunate considering Eguy had blast advantage to already be running through that yellow. Eguy partially stuck in the ground. Nice backward super speed to get a lot of those reds. Eguy gonna go for the ultra blast there on the pillar. If the top spawn comes, DK's in great position. He's actually just gonna go up here. Eguy takes the yellow.
Nicely done with the
Very
reds
fast.
to stay alive too. He didn't just shoot off the map.
DK is going for the default with the blast and the super speed. But he's kind of just slower than Eguy on this spawn. Eguy gets pretty much everything all over the 3 sections of the spawn, but DK is going to go to the next one right away. He will be able to win this one. Eguy once again gets the blast that he's been prioritizing.
Yeah,
Wow,
the blast.
DK made that work.
Yeah, I missed it, but Eguy doing some pretty wild stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I ever would have thought to use a gyrocopter super speed on Marble City, but here we are.
Yeah, that can be fun to do on any map.
Absolutely. DK gonna go for a Mega Marble swing, and he's gonna hit it.
He's going to equalize off of that, but Eguy will have the blast. DK will have the positioning advantage, and it will spawn back up top. Blast not going to connect from Eguy. Going to the next spawn. It's a very close game. They're both going to go for the yellow. Bit of a mistake from DK there, and only one can get the good respawn up top. DK will get the blast. He's going to deny the other one from Eguy as well, hoping for a close spawn with this Mega for him. And he's going to get the yellow. Eguy's on Mega too, doesn't connect. And it's a bit of a wash. Good momentum for Eguy. They are going to share the yellow.
Yeah, so far so good though for Eguy. Just 10-point lead on Marble City's nothing is not really small. A map that doesn't bring in a lot of blues.
And Eguy has priority over this.
Oh
wow, using the super speed on the trim to get that yellow.
Very well done there. It's another thing I don't think I ever would have thought to attempt. Nicely done.
DK first on this spawn. He's going to get 4 out of 6 reds. Last one's going to be left and abandoned. DK going to the top. This will pay off eventually if the blue does spawn. Oh, he blasted too far away from the ground, meaning he didn't slide along it. And Eguy is going to benefit from that, securing the yellow.
And
good spawn for DK. DK could have blasted Eguy, not letting him cross. But he didn't have the foresight to do that, and then gonna stumble big time with the super speed. It's not a rough spawn to lose, really, but yeah. He needs anything he can get with 2 minutes to play. He's just gonna pick up a last red and hope now. It's not a bad outcome, but again, no value here.
Could have been a lot worse.
We got 5 out of 6. Eguy steamrolling with the Mega Marble. DK tries the backward super speed. Eguy's picked up everything in this spawn, though, so very nice for him.
Yeah, and DK suffering a bit with the suffering a bit on the Mega Marble and the melee war in general. Eguy's definitely had the upper hand in this game.
You guys much more comfortable with the megas, and I would just say this map in general as well. He's played it at a high level for so many years, being a 3-time finalist.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it is such a classic. It is such a classic multiplayer map that
DK camping the top once again. Let's see if this will pay out. It's just reds upon reds as far as the eye can see in this game. We've had 0 blues so far. It's been extremely dry. And you have to imagine Eguy wants that to continue.
Yeah, that's exactly what Eguy needs right now, is just for these reds to just keep spawning. And there is a blue
There's
up
the
top.
blue. Where is DK? I think DK is going to get this one.
Yeah,
he is up there first.
And he's going to cut Eguy off of that yellow.
It's down to 10. Next spawn, just under DK. Eguy's there too, though. DK having to use the Blasted Cushion as fall. There's a lot of expires that could play a role here. DK instead going to finish that spawn.
Yeah. Nice blast there, but
not sure about turning around there. Yeah, a lot more gems in front of him.
Yeah, just a bad line there. We are going to see him overshoot here, and Eguy's going to get the entirety of that spawn up top.
It looked like DK was there. I'm just not sure why he wasn't able to stay up there. And that is going to almost certainly be the game for Eguy now.
I think he just stumbled a bit there, and then next one's going to be
great line for Eguy here. He's going to get everything. Great wall hit to secure 7 points and the game as well. So about by the same margin, a little bit more as game 1 here. Eguy is going to answer right back, and we're tied up at 1-1.
Yeah, it just gobbled up a lot more of those spawns. Even all the red spawns, he just was way more efficient with his lines on them, and you can see how fast he was able to get the spawns and then prep for the next ones, and that won him the game in the end.
Yep, not the most exciting of Marble City games, but Eguy definitely does get it done with some very nice positional play and aggression as well.
Ramps Revamped instantly coming off the board.
You can look at the spawn distribution there. There was only 1 spawn in the game that Eguy won by more than 2. It's just he won almost every spawn by 1 or 2. He was always there, and that was what gave him the win ultimately.
Yeah, and you can see by the heat map as well, just the fact that only one of those blues even showed up in the first place. We're going to go to Foundry, which is not going to be fun to spectate, but I'll try to make it work.
I have to think this is another Eguy favored pick. He's
absolutely. After we saw how well he was doing with the melee plays, this should be a Eguy favored pick. Although DK is not a bad player on it either. Just have to wait for Eguy to show up. Eguy is apparently going to be logging in and out of it between every game, so.
Oof.
I gotta hit him with that old V13 real quick. So far so good. I think if you're DK, taking game 1 was pretty big. If you're trying to win over this series, though, what are you trying to capitalize on if you're DK versus trying to narrow, as in trying to minimize from Eguy versus how much are you trying to capitalize on your own skills here if you're DK?
I think Eguy's biggest advantage is ironically going to be the combat. I mean, they're both extremely quick players. Eguy, that's one of his biggest strengths, but DK kind of matches that player profile. DK is just lacking the experience, the map knowledge, and the combat that really goes into being a top player. And I think in draft format, there's a lot of maps like Foundry that I think Eguy is just going to be slightly favored on. However, there was that match that DK played up against Endy. He made it to game 5 on Foundry, and that was basically a 50-50 game until Foundry decided a winner, as it does most of the time.
Yeah, Foundry turned into a troll map at the end, I remember.
But if he can stay with his head in the game, I think Eguy has a lot more to lose in this series than DK does, so he can use that to his advantage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're DK, you maybe can play with a little more freedom mentally, knowing you're probably not the favorite here. Whereas if you're Eguy, you walk in and you've already lost. If you lose game 1, you're wondering if you're going to be on an upset video or not. Next spawn's gonna be closer to Eguy.
They both do a good job there
Yes.
at actually getting it from different sides. DK gonna prep for a super speed. I have no idea what you guys done because how awful this map is to spectate. And DK with a very nice line over here.
Nice
He's
line.
gonna be arriving first, stumbling a little bit on the blocks, but you guys seems all out of shape.
Yeah, Eguy down
6-point
below
lead.
here. Next one's gonna be right
great
by
spawn for
Eguy.
Eguy.
Yeah. Just able to
A lot of
secure it.
value. DK shares 1 yellow and good blast by Eguy, so that basically ties up the game. Nothing that DK really could have done on that spawn, to be honest. There's just rough luck. Here's a blue, though. Eguy gonna go in, and he misses! DK secures it. Let's see if Eguy can equalize with the yellows. DK is actually gonna get the second one, so fantastic spawn for DK.
Another
high value one here.
Yeah, Eguy goes for the trim launch, and it actually works very well.
Love what DK did there. They're gonna share that last yellow. 4 points.
Eguy actually doing a lot of really cool wall tricks and stuff to get around here.
Both players looking quite good so far.
Eguy wisely takes the last red while having positive momentum back across the map, but it's gonna win him this spawn pretty handily.
And Eguy is stuck on the wrong side of that wall, so DK is gonna have a lead going into this spawn with the momentum. Let's see, can he get up here? He's gonna do a wall hit, hits the trim though. I don't think Eguy really has realized, so DK will secure the last yellow there, and has a great line to get the rest of that spawn as well. So maintaining a very narrow lead. He's actually going to spend his blast for his 2 points, waits a little bit for the blast to regenerate. Yeah, and he's in a great position. Eguy, again, can't get up to this exact same spawn. So lead is now building for DK. It's 13 points. We're halfway through the match. And it's another great spawn for DK. He's right here.
Yeah, and
I think he has Ultra Blast.
Yeah,
he's going to get the yellows. Lead almost 20 points now. DK first to this spawn too. Eguy's doing what he can. They're going to share most of it though. And Eguy needs to start finding some space on his own to isolate and hope for some good fortune.
And that is certainly not it here. Although he is going to do a very good job of landing that. I'm not sure how he did that, but he got over to it very well. And we do have a blue. If he's able to... Oh, very nicely done. Able to pop the Mega Marble and turn it into a red pit.
It's almost only a 5-point game now again. We have the gyrocopter coming in for DK. Eguy gonna eventually get here with the super speed. Uses the blast.
Yeah, able to
Slightly
split the
DK
last
favorite.
red.
This is all expired. The next one has come, and I don't think DK is aware. He does get it.
Yeah, he does end up figuring that out.
1 minute to go. Lead just under 10. It's a great spawn for both players.
Yeah, able to hop up to the yellow gem, and the next spawn's going to be up in that section where Eguy had trouble getting up to.
DK has dominated this part of the map, it must be said, and he's once again going to get all 3 yellows. That's really helping him. But there's a blue. What can DK do? He's going to hit off the wall. It's going to be Eguy's blue. And lead under 10 once again. 30 seconds to go. Eguy has blast advantage. DK, do you really want to stand next to this guy? And we're going all the way to the other side. DK flying in the air. He will stabilize to secure the yellow. They're going to share a lot of it. And this spawn is not worth enough for Eguy to turn around. He's going to need more than this. He wants the spawn to finish immediately. Eguy's going to land on the yellow, but DK doing a great job with all these reds. It's right back up here.
DK's going to be first to it.
DK wins! Yeah, he's going to be first here. And he's led the entire game by about a margin of 10, and he's going to bring that one home. Wow, DK going up 2-1 now in this series.
Yeah, very nicely done. He dominated those side sections, and you could tell by the yellow advantage, because that's where a lot of yellows spawn on that map.
So many spawns in the back of that map and on the side, you can see there. And frankly, DK destroyed the side spawn. He got basically everything every time it spawned, and that was what gave him the win.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just Eguy just struggling to get up there or what, but just absolutely could not. Always seemed to be winning on those spawns in particular. Alright, see which maps we got here. Blast Club off the board. If you're Eguy, you're down 2-1 in this series. Which of these maps are you most hoping for?
It's gotta be Treasure Box for Eguy. I think DK's got a great shot on the other two.
Yeah, Skate Park Square off the board.
Eguy knows DK would have a very good chance on Skate Park Square. He's hoping that DK just doesn't want to play Ziggurat, and that's going to earn him a treasure box favored match. I think if DK is ready to roll the dice on Ziggurat, I think it's basically as good as 50-50.
Yeah. And DK gonna ban out treasure box, so we are left with possibly the most boring map in the pool, which is Ziggurat.
Turn on double spawns. There we go.
Yes. We are playing Ziggurat.
Prisoner's dilemma here.
Yeah.
The lesser of two evils when Skate Park Square and Treasure Box are in the bag with it for these players.
Should be interesting to see how these two players want to go about this map. The center camping is dead because they got rid of the blue.
It's still good.
It's still a good
Don't
spot,
underestimate it.
yeah, but it's not as powerful as it used to be. We do have a blast coming out for Eguy. He's gonna send DK.
DK barely overshoots.
Yeah, but this is a map.
He's gonna be able to get super speed. Both of them have it.
This is a map with fine margins, I will say that. So this is really going to come down to who can get a little bit luckier with these spawns.
Not sure about committing the super speed there from DK, but it will allow him to equalize the score. You guys locked and loaded with Mega Marble and Ultra Blast, though. I have to see how he's able to use that on this spawn. It's a very widespread one, though. And
yeah, another spawn where it's just so... I don't even know how to describe it. It's so wide, it's almost impossible.
You guys overshooting a lot. He's not going to be punished for it there, but it feels like he's not 100% comfortable in this matchup. He knows the pressure is on now that he's down in the series.
Yeah, being down 2-1 is definitely a tough place to be in if you're the high seed, because now you're wondering if you're going to like I said earlier, get put on an upset video or whatever.
DK picking up the last red. He's not going to be punished because the spawn is right on top of both of them. He's going to be getting away with murder for that one.
Yeah, not a great place to be putting up his grabbing the last.
DK going to take his chance. It's going to reward him. DK should be able to get the yellow, so it's only going to be 3-2 for Eguy there. Going right back.
He's going to way overshoot that yellow, and leave it as well. He's going to let DK take the yellow there.
Yeah, the speed has not really been calibrated that well for either of these players. Definitely nerves at play here. Good spawn for DK. You guys coming through the side. He actually has a good line.
Oh, great.
Nice mega from DK is going to send Eguy flying. DK is going to get a chance to close this up, maybe to only 1 point. He's actually going to prep. Yeah, that's going to give Eguy one of the reds.
Yeah, Eguy going to get one of the reds. And the super jump coming out. A little open division play here.
Share that yellow. DK with better momentum for the rest of the spawn. They're going to share the expired. They're going to share the Mega Marble. DK strikes first with it. And there's actually still quite a lot of red value left in this.
Oh,
and it's going to repeat spawn on DK. That's going to be the lead going to him for the first time this game.
Yeah, very fortunate spawn for DK there.
DK with better momentum towards this next spawn. He's going to be able to get 2 of the reds and then double back for the rest. DK coming over the top of the Ziggurat.
And you guys,
as gyrocopter.
I was gonna say you guys should be able to equalize, but he ends up going back for the super speed, and it's gonna actually work pretty well for him. Gonna be in an okay spot for this next spawn.
It's a good super speed to default for sure. It's most accessible one in the map. Mega Marble in play for DK here. Oddly enough, he's been the better player with the megas this game.
Yeah.
He's now going for this yellow. You guys coming in from the side. I think
blast.
DK probably could have made a better choice with the routing. Mega Marble strikes again for DK. He's kept one eye out this time. But I think Eguy has a big power-up advantage. Gonna share that expired. He has the Mega again. It's gonna be behind DK. He's got really bad momentum. Eguy overshoots. I think DK shared that one crucially. That could be very important with less than 1 minute in this game. It's 1 point for DK now. Expireds could even make the difference. Next spawn gonna be on the Ziggurat. Both players should be able to make it here pretty quickly.
Yeah, Eguy does pretty well to land.
DK going for the blast. He can't get up. He can't get up. That's 3-point lead now for DK. But they're spreading out. It could just be luck of the draw on this next spawn. It's good for Eguy.
Gyrocopter coming out here, going out of bounds with it instead of trying to hover, which is probably smart.
DK gonna take his chance. Super speed for Eguy. Can he get enough value? DK's gonna split up and go for the other yellow.
It's way too wide
There's
of a spawn.
still 13 seconds left. DK is gonna wait
K
out.
up
He doesn't
and-
have the power up. Eguy has the Mega Marble. It's just gonna be luck of the draw, and luck of the draw goes to Eguy. He's gonna be able to win this game, you have to think. DK 1-point lead, and it's gonna be a tie.
And they go exactly evens on the gems as well.
Yep. And that one was on Hillsborough, I believe. So it's actually going to be going back to Ashburn for the next one, where DK will have the first ban.
Well won. Well, I would say well won, but well done to tie up at the last second there by Eguy. Definitely looked like he might overshoot the red with the Mega Marble when he popped it the way he did.
That would have been devastating.
Yeah, if he popped it up over, I think we would have seen already a slight crash out.
That was a very interesting tactical game because Eguy definitely had much better prep between spawns, but DK was better with actually landing the Mega Marbles.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, Eguy was just out of control with a lot of his speed on a lot of it. Definitely nerves getting to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough spot to be in. Like I said, being down 2-1 early like this in a series is never a fun place to be in. Well, after having that many Mega Marbles, I was thinking maybe DK would want to play Promontory, but that's off the board.
Yeah, I have to think it's a good draft for DK here. I think he's been playing some core recently to try and use that pick and challenger. I'm not sure if he actually brought it out. I think he did against Wilches, actually.
He did. That was the game they tied the first time.
And then Eguy Qbile is one of his least favorite maps. He's been exposed on that versus other contender players quite a few times. So I do think DK is going to find something in this draft that he's comfortable with. He's going to leave core there. So there's definitely a non-zero chance we are going to core. Marble Land has not been played once the entire season.
And it's going
to be core.
Way. Yeah. I would have thought for sure maybe Marble Land be coming out here, but
I don't know why I clicked on it.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, Eguy is known for not really liking Cube Isle. I would have definitely, and maybe if I were DK, that'd be one to be angling for. But it was the first map off the board for Eguy.
This is going to be quite a long series by the looks of things. If Eguy, the favorite, is to turn it around, it's going to be looking at least 8 games.
Yeah.
Or I guess 7 if he wins all of them.
Yeah, if he just goes 7. Yeah, this is going to be a very long series. I hope everyone prepared popcorn beforehand.
Yeah, both of these players going to have their resolve tested without a doubt.
You got owned.
Ready.
Here we go on core. Once again, another unspectatable experience here.
Yeah, very, very well done by both our players to make sure that we know nobody's allowed to watch their series.
It seems like both of them are down here, but Eguy definitely with a better line to secure the yellows.
And gonna go to the camp spot.
Center. Yep,
He does
spot right away.
Or I was gonna say, I thought he was gonna sit on the block, which is what you're supposed to do apparently.
I don't think you sit on the block, but it is available to wall hit. DK goes to the spawn and Eguy does not. I'm not sure what happened there, but Eguy just gave up, I guess, or struggled greatly. It's so hard to tell.
But
DK
hard to tell. We got a blue
right away. They share it.
Yeah.
And DK gets the respawn. He knows the respawn strategy with the center blue, and that is going to give him a decent lead.
And Eguy gonna go for a pretty wild line here. And
Eguy falls.
Does fall, but it puts him right where he wants to go anyway.
Yeah,
so
very fortunate for him. He was
fortunate.
all out of sorts. He is really lacking control with a lot of his speed so far this series. It's a blue again.
Oh, DK got it all to
the super
himself.
Speed, and Eguy has fallen. He tried to get the blue, but he was too late. So now 10-point lead. DK is in the center. Eguy coming back from the other side. DK misses the yellow, so Eguy will be able to get that one.
And
he gets an expired as well.
too.
DK falls now.
And Eguy, oh wait, I was gonna say Eguy falls, but he actually just changed gravity.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get that red, and it's actually only a 6-point lead. They're going to share that one again. DK, once again, gets the respawn.
Insane number of blues in this game.
Yeah, we're already at 3. They've shared 2 of them.
Yeah,
DK
most of
falls
that
trying to
lead
get
was
some
in
of that.
Unshared blue. But and another
blue. They're gonna
What is
share it
going
again.
on?
There's been 4 blues. They've shared 3 of them, but DK consistently with the better respawns. He knows how to use this respawn strategy.
Yeah,
He's gonna
I was
fall there.
wondering about that.
Eguy's gonna pick it up. I don't think DK has a great way of getting here. He does the wall hit strategy to go on the opposite side, and that is gonna net him the yellow. However, Eguy's won the rest of the spawn, and he's picked up the last red. I think this is actually a good spawn for DK now.
Yeah, great
He's
spawn.
gonna be able
for
to fall
DK.
down onto that yellow.
But
Eguy
you
coming
got able
from
to get
around
the
the
other
other
one
side.
first.
Yeah,
And take
DK's
the
routing
super
within the
speed.
spawns has led him to where Eguy is quite a lot.
And they're gonna sit on the blue again, which is spawned a trillion times already. Both players using the block to change gravity. You got a
That's
super
the right
speed
thing to
back
do.
in.
They're going to share this. DK's held a very narrow 3-point lead for most of it.
And another.
No blue this time. They're
all
both very
red
close to this.
spawn.
Will DK go for the expired on the wall? Looks like no. He's going to go for the center one, though. And both players should have actually DK much better way to get here. You guys stuck on bad gravity.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Eguy is. There he is. A good spawn for
There's
Eguy,
not really
though.
much you could do. Yeah, he just picks it up, gets the repeat spawn. DK, will he go all the way
Oh,
down
it's
here?
another
The
blue!
blue is here, and DK gets it. DK should get another good respawn.
And he does.
Has the
and
opportunity to pick up that yellow.
it has been trolling Eguy all game with the respawns, but 2 minutes to go.
It's just good play from
it's just
DK.
good play from
Eguy
DK.
clearly doesn't know about that tech that DK does and has used every time. And it's giving these blue spawns ever so slightly to DK, even though both players are collecting the blue. DK minor lead to this spawn.
Yeah.
He's going to have better momentum towards the center. That's perfect for DK. He's going to be able to get this yellow. Eguy's storming in to share it with him. But DK overall gets most of the rest of the spawn.
Eguy got to pop.
Not
the
sure what I just saw from
gyro.
DK. DK really struggling to get over here for this spawn. There's only another minute or so left in this game. Eguy going to start having to think about taking some very rough last res. I don't think DK
Oh,
has
what a blue!
the super speed. Yeah, he doesn't have the super speed. He didn't have that prepped. He is going to equalize with a lot of this spawn, though. Man, if another blue spawned, I don't think DK had that super speed prepped either. And Eguy is first to this spawn. He's going to land on the yellow. DK equalizing from the other side.
Blue again.
And it's another blue! Who's going to get here? I have no idea who to watch.
Eguy
Eguy's going to
dropped
fall
down.
through it. He takes the lead for the first time. DK in the middle, though. DK now trying to get some of these red. It's could be another tie that we could be in for here. He's going to supersede through is Eguy. He's on the right gravity. DK struggling to get over here. He's on the wrong gravity again. Eguy now takes the lead. DK can't get here for the
lead.
yellow. This is suddenly Eguy's game to lose out of nowhere. And as long as Eguy stays close, there's nothing DK can do bar another a blue.
But
and
Eguy
he has no way of getting
take
to
a
these.
huge risk here. If DK's wise, he'll take these last gems here to force the next spawn
It's a
to be on the
blue!
blue.
They share it. They share it. But DK's going to spawn in the middle like he's usually done. Can he get both of these yellows? I don't think the answer is yes.
Oh, so close.
Even if he did, it wouldn't have quite been enough. So, in a very blue-heavy game, the most I've ever seen on core, that is
I've
going
never
to be
seen
a
that many
3-point
blues
win
before.
for Eguy. Man, it looked like DK had that for most of the game. You can see the margin was never more than 13.
But on a map like core, where so much of the tech is just staying close to your opponent and whatnot, it is very hard to come back from down 13 on that map.
It came down to the last couple blues. Eguy had the super speed prepared.
And you could see on the spawn result distribution that
That can't be right.
That can't be right.
That doesn't add up.
Something very wrong has happened here.
I think it's because of how many blues they shared.
Yeah, it must be tweaking the game. It must be tweaking it. I don't know. Something very bad has happened here because according to this, DK won this game by like 50.
That is very strange. I'll have to look into that. You can see DK getting the quick draw achievement for pulling the trigger on that blue immediately every time it spawned.
Yeah.
I think both players showing that core was a valid map to leave in the pool there. And
Yeah,
nice
both players
clutch
looked pretty
factor
good
by
on it.
Eguy.
Yeah. Yeah, if I were, I would have been a nervous wreck going into core, on, after just tying barely on Ziggurat, and then, after all of the initial blues just kept respawning, I would have been just nervous as hell, man.
We
But
have
nice one
quite
by
the pool
Eguy.
here for Game 6. Ramps Revamped and Parkour Peaks both here.
Yikes. um, well, I can imagine Parkour Peaks is not going to be here for very long.
We will definitely be playing Ramps Revamped just by the fact that it's going to be unspectatable again. So
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely think this map pool would favor Eguy overall, though. Regardless of
yeah,
the fact that Parkour
I
Peaks is
think
going to be
DK's
first to go.
quite good at Acro too. But there's a lot of melee heavy maps that I think Eguy probably has more experience on. The question is, does he want to play them? Triple Decker and Pyramid. I don't think the answer is yes to that.
Yeah. And first map off the board is Pyramid.
I really do think Eguy would be favored on a
And
map like
Parkour
that
Peaks
just because
is
of his experience
insta-gone.
playing me. I think it's going to be either Ramps Revamped or Acro 2 here.
No.
Eguy takes out... Okay, DK's put a lot of time into Ramps Revamped.
And we're going to get
That's
it
where we're gonna
because
go.
it's unspectatable. Another map where the blues loom large, though. If DK continues to be as fast with the reaction times as he has been, this could be very favorable for him. But this is also a map where some games the blues just don't show up. So we will see what goes on here on Ramps Revamped as we head into what is now game 6. Series tied at 2 apiece.
Set.
Eguy has struggled a lot getting this one over the line when he's picked it. He picked it against Frostfire, lost by a couple of points.
Yeah,
He's lost to MBO by hardly anything a lot of the time.
It is a map
yellow there.
where I feel like map knowledge is a weird it's a weird learning curve on this map. I'll go with that. Eguy gonna super speed off, misses the second yellow.
They share it though.
Oh, we got a blue.
The blue's
back
actually
the other
directly
way.
behind them. Bad gravity for both. DK using the blocker to come all the way back with the gyrocopter. Absolutely insane. Eguy will equalize with the spawn on the ramp.
Gonna leave 2 reds there though.
Yeah. I
Swapping
don't know which
gravities
one
around.
got Ultra Blast. It's the
another
bottom
blue.
spawn.
Nice.
Oh, DK tries to blast Eguy, but he can't make it connect, and because of that, Eguy will get a heavy advantage. But wait, it's back. And this time DK gets it and goes out of bounds. Eguy going to equalize. Neck and neck so far for both of our players. Eguy going to get blast advantage, crucially.
Gonna go take this middle super speed, and this is a decent place to sit.
Yeah,
But-
DK, good spawn.
Yeah.
And he's going to have the chance to get the Ultra Blast, so he will pick that one up. Uses the super speed into both yellows. He's looking great on this one. Where is Eguy?
Eguy was off zone plane of existence because he could miss a super speed and just chose not to go for the spawn. We do have a blue here.
And big blue. DK, both players are going to go for the center. I think both of them have Ultra Blast.
Oh,
And
but
DK with a
does it better.
huge blast on Eguy to secure the ramp and the blue.
Yeah, that is crucial in this game. That it's been so far very close, and DK gets blasted up to where the spawn is. Gonna
DK's
head back
looking
to the
great
middle.
as he goes into a hole. But
Yes, he goes
he's
right
doing
into
a
the hole.
fantastic job.
And next spawn's gonna be favorable for Eguy here. See if he's able to secure both of these yellows.
Wow,
Can't.
nice super speed by DK.
Yeah.
They're going to share a lot of this. Remember, I think we are on Hillsborough now, so things should be slightly favorable for Eguy.
Yeah, Eguy looking kind of shaky. I just wish I could see what gravity they were on, because I can't tell if it's good gravity sometimes. DK gonna take the much calmer line here and just take up all these reds that Eguy abandoned when he went for that yellow.
DK is already on the right gravity. He's going to be able to get all of that on the ramp, which is quite a lot of points. Now they're racing back down to the Ultra Blast. Eguy's going to get that one uncontested. Next spawn is close.
Yeah.
Have to see if he can blast DK. He does, but
He
DK
does.
recovers. He misses
Yeah.
the yellow. Will be able to get that on the way
Twice.
back. No, he won't. He's going to go super
Third
speed
time's the
for it.
charm here.
Yeah, Eguy gave him the benefit of the doubt on that one. And now the lead is almost more than 15?
Yeah, it's over
It's pretty
15.
good for DK.
2 minutes to go here. This is a map that produces a lot of blues at times though, so not always the not
DK with a good line on this.
Secure lead here.
It's both yellows uncontested. That's big for
There's a
maintaining
blue.
the lead. And we have another blue. He doesn't get it. He's rejected. But wait, Eguy as well.
Also rejected. It goes straight up.
Good game is coming out. What is happening? DK gets all of it on the red. It's a repeat spawn. But DK on the right gravity. Will they get it? They share it. They share the whole spawn.
So unfortunate for Eguy. He had to try to super speed back onto the blue, and it just launched him straight into the air from the blocker, just with the momentum he had. I think he was on the wrong gravity. It's just unfortunate.
I'm starting to think Eguy is incapable of winning this map in a tournament setting. DK is playing out of his mind, it must be said.
Yeah, DK is playing great, and we do have a low value spawn comparatively compared to what
I'm
Eguy
starting to be a factor.
Yeah.
1 minute to go. Eguy's gonna pick up that last red. DK in a better position. Can he land that snipe?
Oh, Eguy with a great snipe.
That's a very important snipe for his chances of staying in this game, but lead's still at 15 with DK having the priority on the Ultra Blast there. Have to think he has a super speed. Maybe not. Using the gravity, that's going to be a spawn win for Eguy. DK picking up the super speed.
Gonna have to pick up that last red. And Eguy in good position for this spawn, and a very nice line. Lead down to 10.
Yep. DK, good line on here. He's going to fumble. He's going to mess that one up.
Yeah, he's...
Nerves going to start to hit with this sort of lead.
Yeah, nerves and...
We saw it on core.
We did. Although I will say that if there's no blue here, I think there's no party for Eguy. He's going to need
We'll get at least one more blue. You know we will.
Yeah, we absolutely will. This match has been that kind of match. A great blast.
Nice blast. That blast will let DK stall the clock.
Eguy needs
and
to
he should
gamble.
probably pick it up as well.
Oh,
he is going to. There's the
wrong.
blue. And DK is going to win this game. He's going to secure the needed value on the ramp, and he's going to win this one by 7 points. Eguy cannot be feeling good. He is on the ropes.
I did lose by 1. Yeah.
Wow.
DK with a much stronger showing than, I thought when I mentioned it in the preview, I thought experience was going to get Eguy over the line here, but Eguy fumbling at a couple crucial moments in that game, and it's going to be tough. You're down 3-2. It's match point now to DK, and yeah, if you're Eguy here, I'm sure you are not feeling great. Going straight into the losers bracket is not going to be a good feeling. If
no one expected this upset. We said it was possible, but no one expected it.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was possible. I didn't think that this was an expected result in the slightest.
Yeah, Eguy's going to be very grateful right now that we do have a losers bracket in this tournament. Otherwise, he would be going home in the round of 16 yet again. Remember in 2024 against Turk, that had an insane upset as well. Took an early exit in the quarterfinals against Barbarica last year. He's really seemed to struggle against these outside chance players when it comes to high-stakes matches.
Yeah, I mean, he can beat... on his day, he can beat just about anybody, but...
Sprawl and Megas.
If you're Eguy, you just got to go Sprawl. Go with what you know.
There it is. We also played this one in the warm-up, me and DK. I do think Eguy would be heavily favored here. This is a big comfort map for these players. If Eguy wins, we're going to a game 8. Second one of the tournament already.
Yeah, it's been absolutely insane so far this tournament. I do think this is a heavy Eguy favorite map, but we've also seen DK play very well today, and we have seen Eguy fumbling around a little bit, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, this series could have been over already if you consider the DK had a lead on Ziggurat, had a lead on core.
Yeah, this series could absolutely have, it could have already been over. I could have already been in the bath, man.
Well, I'm glad we are still here and getting more action. Game 7
as we head
between
into
Eguy and DK.
Yeah, and Eguy on his last limb
Mega,
here.
we're on Ashburn.
Yeah,
Eguy knows he can't win that one.
Yeah.
Mega gonna come through.
Oh,
How
boy.
is that gonna affect his mental? It's a huge sum of points going the way
Oh,
of
but a
DK.
blue instantly.
Can DK get it?
He's gonna
No,
leave it.
he's opting to give it up. I think that's okay. He actually got more than 5 points on everything else.
Next spawn. Eguy
He blasts
overshoots.
him!
Yeah, great.
I cannot believe that blast hit.
Yeah, that's a crazy blast to hit. And if you're Eguy, that's got to be tilting as hell. When
It's
you're already...
23-7.
Oh, what a great spot for Eguy, though.
Yep, he is gonna get some of the yellows and reds to actually equalize that spawn so far.
And another
Good spawn
spawn
for DK.
DK should be favored on. Doesn't have a power-up, notably. Yeah, if you're nicely done there by Eguy to force the
I think
next
DK
spawn,
has
but
blast,
another
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Eguy, this is terrible.
This is absolutely awful if you're Eguy.
It's been 1 minute. DK gonna share the blast. You guys should have a decent line here, but he looks very uncomfortable with what's needed to get to this spawn. He should have been able to do that from just muscle memory with the Sprawl default. He's done it so many times, but he's done a very awkward route. DK gonna go out of bounds. That's not gonna be a good respawn for him. A bit of fresh air for Eguy.
So yeah, Sprawl is not a map where going out of bounds makes sense most of the time.
Going right back. DK in great position for this. He's gonna take it slow and steady.
Yeah, and
Fumbling a little bit here.
Eguy already starting to feel the need to pick up some of these last reds. It is going to pay off this time.
DK will get the yellow back, so
lead back below 20.
Yeah, it's still too early in the game to really be thinking about maintaining a lead here. There's so much game left to be played. The points on Sprawl are always in the hundreds. Eguy, he's gonna stay on.
Just
that was
barely.
dicey. But it's not going to be a lot of points that he's able to earn that way, and he's going really high up in the air. Nice rebound off of the wall, but DK's there first. DK going down for the yellow value.
Yeah. Picks up the last
Good
one.
line
Next
for
one's
DK.
gonna be
DK has the blast. Can he use it?
Doesn't connect with it though. Shockingly, I definitely thought he was in range.
I think he did, but it just edge hit DK. Oh, DK gonna slide out of bounds. That's at least some value here for Eguy to claw this one back. We're at halftime. The lead is almost 30 for DK. He's in a great spot. He has the mega super speed prepped.
It's gonna be back behind him, and we'll see if that's gonna cost Eguy the spawn here, and he ends up getting most of it.
Nothing blast.
Yeah.
You do not spend that blast over one red. Eguy's not playing at his usual level here. Nerves definitely impacting. DK, really strange commitment on the super speed there. That is not what he needs to do to maintain this lead.
The curse of raw spawn here.
DK just gonna get one yellow and job done.
Yeah, job done there to equalize, and now Eguy's gonna be forced to go back across for these.
Yep.
Lead is 21 with 2 minutes left to play here. Yellow spawn down below.
DK has Mega Marble. DK has Mega Marble. Both of them do. Let's see who hits who. It's gonna be
Oh, we got a
DK
blue.
picks up the last red. That's not a good one to get. This is gonna be a blue for Eguy. You have to think. DK gonna let him have it. Yeah, it's gonna be able to equalize this. He's gonna leave the yellow.
Yeah, he's not going to. Oh, but it's a repeat.
Oh, it's a repeat spawn. Repeat spawn. Huge for Eguy.
Okay,
DK
this game is now far from over.
Definitely.
And if you're Eguy, you gotta be feeling pretty good now. DK, maybe you get a little nervous now that watching that lead just shrink instantly.
Mega.
Great Mega.
DK gonna use it first. That is gonna send Eguy flying at a critical point on the comp mode timer. Mega coming through. DK can't stick the landing here. Mega still active for Eguy. And lead under 10.
Yeah, down below 10 as we head into the final minute. If you're Eguy, you gotta be feeling pretty good again. Like I said, you gotta be feeling good coming into these last
And
minutes.
DK blast him.
Nice
They're gonna blast each other, but Eguy much more controlled.
Oh, pops the Mega over DK, but he is gonna be boxing out from the next
He gets
spawn.
past the Mega. I don't think either of them have blast here.
No,
it's a good line for DK.
Taking some of that expired
DK going down for the
value.
expired. Eguy not gonna call him out on it. Crucially, lead at 9.
Spawn back again,
It's back.
closer to DK.
DK overshoots the yellow. That's extremely easy to do.
Yeah, you gotta leave that last red here. Next
DK,
spawn
you really
is gonna
want
be
that.
back over by Eguy.
That's a good spawn for Eguy. He has the Mega Marble active. He's gonna tie the game.
No,
It's down to one
DK's
spawn.
down one.
What's gonna happen? DK extremely controlled. Where are you, Eguy? He gets here.
Blue!
It's 4 points. There's a blue. There's a blue, and DK gets it. DK gets the blue. DK wins the series. He pulls off the upset. Eguy's out of the game. He wins on Sprawl of all maps.
No way. Insane upset to start us off on the playoffs.
My God.
That blue
What did we just witness?
That blue could have won Eguy the game had he gotten over to it, but DK much faster reaction.
I cannot believe what we just saw here.
That's insane.
Eguy immediately dropped into the lower bracket from the 5th seed.
From the 5, which is absolutely insane. Definitely not something I had on the board.
Here's the man himself that made it possible, doing the impossible. Welcome, DK. How are you feeling after that grueling 7-game series?
Damn, I was not expecting that at all. You guys definitely played incredibly well. I think I just leveled up to a new level today. So, yeah.
It looked like you were getting better every single game. Just more confident, more comfortable with the leads. You had a lead in almost every single one of the games that was played. Ziggurat was managed to get back to a tie, and Core was actually lost when you had a lead of 13 points. How did that affect you, and how were you able to shake it off and keep your momentum up?
Well, Ziggurat, I kind of knew I just made a dumb mistake camping and getting the last red instead of just following him and staying next to him for the next spawn. I kind of realized it like immediately after the fact, and I just I was already in a point in the series where I had gotten further than I expected, so I didn't really feel too much pressure for myself. I just wanted to keep playing as well as I could.
Yeah, tell me about the maps that we saw here today, because we actually played a lot of these maps that you ended up playing in the warm-up. Narrows, Sprawl. There was a couple others that were in the draft as well. Did you feel like you were comfortable with the 7 maps that got selected?
Yeah, I was the biggest thing for me was just getting out the ones that I knew Eguy would beat me on, Parkour Peaks, Treasure Box. I was a little surprised that I was able to take Revamped because I know he's very strong on that one. And so, yeah, I was mostly making sure that's picks that I feel like I could be on more of an even footing rather than one that he's like extremely strong on.
Yeah, it definitely felt like most of the selected maps were ones that I was confident you had a chance on just from our practice. You were comfortable and you'd played them before. Especially Ramps Revamped, which I thought you would have a great chance on, just given Eguy's history of struggles under pressure on that map, and you made it look very clean. I mean, how does this affect your confidence going forward, knowing that you now have an incredible achievement under your belt, regardless of what happens in the rest of the tournament?
It's definitely a confidence booster. Tells me that I can perform to a good level in the playoffs under some pressure, but I definitely know that it's not over yet, and I'm going to have more very difficult matchups coming up that I have to prepare for. I don't want to say I don't want it to sound like Eguy is not a difficult matchup, because he definitely is, and it's a series I did not expect to win. But I think he's one of the people that I can be more evenly matched with on a good day.
Today was definitely a good day. Your most likely next opponent is going to be the winner of Connie and Jacob, so almost certainly Connie, barring an upset of even more than this caliber. How do you feel about your chances into that? Because I don't think you've really ever played Connie.
Yeah, the times I have played Connie in like friendlies, it doesn't go well, and I know especially with like ping disadvantage, Europe ping, I'm definitely gonna be on the back foot. In US, I kind of have roughly equal ping on both Ashburn and Hillsborough, so I don't have too much ping disadvantage in that regard. So it's definitely gonna be a big challenge there.
Any questions, Icky?
The only real question I had for you was well, obviously coming into the series, you probably didn't feel like you were going to win it. Was there a point in time where you kind of realized like, hey, this is actually something I can do, or was there like no real defined moment and you were just going around?
I don't think I had like a real defined moment. I guess beginning of Sprawl when I was doing really well is when I started to feel really confident about my chances. I like throughout all the games, I just had in my head that like you guys are the better opponent. I still don't, even though I'm up in the series, I still don't expect to win this one. And especially after the tie on Ziggurat from a position where I was ahead, I thought that he would just start to get momentum and win those games. And then especially after core as well. But so there wasn't like a specific moment. I just had to take it one game at a time and get the picks that I felt comfortable on.
Yeah, that
Well,
was the only question I had.
congratulations.
Nice work.
It's been an absolute pleasure watching this match. It's very, very competitive and exciting, and yeah, awesome.
Yeah. You guys, yeah, played very well. It sucks to knock him down to the lower bracket, but I'm very confident in his chances of running the running the gauntlet down there. So
Yeah, let's see where he drops. He drops to play. He's loser of 4. He will play the
So that'd
loser of
be
Connie
probably
versus
Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
And then it gets very interesting after that match.
Yeah, because then if he wins that, then he goes to plays loser of 15, which would be likely Frosty versus Misty. Would be one
Oh
of the
God!
losers. Yeah.
That's a very tough
15,
match.
yeah, 15 is Frosty is Frosty versus Misty probably, or Frosty versus John. So he'd play the loser of that. So
Wow.
tough spots to be put into.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, definitely dodged a bullet.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording. GG's.
Well, thank you.
Yep. GG. What a start to the playoffs.